Hi, Cole.
Hi, Maddie.
This is an informational interview
Okay.
for my management 2010 class, and I have a few questions for you.
Great. Love it.
Can you tell me about your background, your education, and how you came to work for Pattern?
Yeah. Um, my background is in graphic design. I've been doing it professionally in the industry for about 9 years now, I believe. Um, my education is in graphic design. I graduated from UVU in 2018, I believe. Yes, 2018, with a degree with a BFA in graphic design. Um, I've been working in tech ever since then, at Entrada and now at Pattern. Um, and yeah.
Cool. What are the duties and responsibilities of your current role, and what's a typical day like?
So at Pattern, I'm the associate creative director. So I handle everything brand, everything related to the Pattern logo, everything related to just Pattern, both as outward facing and employer branding as well. So everything you see internally and externally with a Pattern logo on it is largely my role, kind of in more like a steward of the brand, really. So typical day to day is um, what I really like about my job is it's so varied. It can be everything from simple ad projects or production work to very high level advertising or concepting. We do a lot of events and things like that too. So there's always something new to be working on within the brand.
That kind of leads into my next question of what part of this job do you find the most satisfying and the most challenging?
Yeah, so I think most satisfying is definitely just being able to flex creative muscles and work on a wide variety of projects. That's super satisfying. Also, you get to work with a lot of different departments and a lot of different people within the company, so that's always really fun. And you kind of get a good idea of what everybody's roles are and kind of what's going on with the business, which is really really fun for me. What was the second part of that?
What was the most challenging part of your
Most
job?
I think the most challenging part is um, thinking creatively on demand is sometimes a little tricky, but it's also like really that challenge is what makes it really fun. It's sometimes a little hard to um, you know be creative on the spot, but it's really interesting. And creates a unique challenge to do things very quickly and run really fast. So especially with um, emerging technologies and things like that, it's always something that we're trying to stay on top of and be able to run really quickly. So
And you mentioned some other departments. Do you think there are other opportunities for students within the David Eccles School of Business who major in accounting or finance or operations and supply chain that could also seek opportunities at Pattern?
yeah, definitely. I think I definitely am. I'm definitely not as versed, I guess, on all of our current roles on our careers page. But definitely with Pattern being a global marketplace accelerator for e-commerce, there's always opportunities for those that kind of work. I would assume.
Okay, that's great. And then what's the best lesson you've learned on the job?
I think the best lesson I've learned on the job is just how to be dynamic, being able to think on your feet and just run really quickly, and kind of like tackle challenges. I also think communication is another thing that I've had to grow into and learn, kind of like on the spot of just being able to communicate with different people, different departments, and be a voice for the brand. And um, in my role, you're largely problem solving. So you're creating things to help business and help other teams. And so being able to be a really solid communicator is a skill that I've had to kind of pick up and learn over the years.
Now, you've already mentioned it a little bit, but what's your favorite and least favorite part about working in this industry?
Um, my favorite part is like it's definitely just. I mean, I'm in a career where um, I'm able to just be creative all day. I'm able to just create and make things, and um, be really strategic and create things that make a difference, that matter, and that get people excited, and that's really fun. It's really fun to be able to make things that people enjoy. It's fun to make things that help business, and you kind of get like a tangible. You're actually making something very very tangible in my role. Um, least I guess like the most challenging part, or the least, I guess, least favorite part is, I think I kind of touched on it already, of like just that ability to just kind of be um, kind of creative on demand, which is challenging. And I think that's also the part that causes me the most struggle, of just it can be very frustrating if you're feeling like you're not creating something that you're super happy with, or kind of being stuck in creative ruts. I think that's just um, kind of comes with the territory. But that's probably my least favorite thing.
And then, as a current student at the University of Utah, if you were a current college student again, what would you do differently to prepare for this job?
Ooh. Um, Especially with the current climate of AI and things emerging like that, I definitely think I would push to stay on top of technology as much as possible. I think as well, if I was a student, when I was in school, I did internships and things like that. I think I would try to do even more of those, or seek out additional opportunities within the industry, and build connections with more people. Luckily, I was able to do that a lot in college, and that really helped me when I moved into my career. But it's the more people that you know, and the more kind of connections you make, and things like that have really helped me in my career. And so I definitely would have tried to do that more and more, both people within my own industry and other industries and other majors and things like that. So.
And to kind of go off that, what is some final advice you have to offer?
I think any advice that I have is, I think it goes in line with a lot of things that I've already said, of just being able to be very dynamic, being able to be like a problem solver. Those are kind of like the key things that I think have always helped me stand out in my career. That the things that when I see people that stand out in their careers, they are just kind of those people that they can run really quickly, and um, they look for the answers to those questions, and they are just able to be very dynamic, and they're very good communicators and things like that. So I think those are all just very good qualities that I've had to acquire over the years, and some of them are hard learned, but yeah.
Okay, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for your time
Yeah,
today.
of course, of course. Thank you so much.